Guys, it's Ryan here with Driven again, and I am on the way again to another Cars and Coffee because I think Cars and Coffee is awesome. But today I've brought my offspring with me, so I'm going to chat with them a little bit about cars, and since they've got a pretty hardcore car guy for a dad, maybe they have some interesting perspective. So I will start with my son Jonathan here. He's in the front seat. He actually just turned 16, which, as we all know, is a good age to be a car guy. He does have to wait a few minutes to get his license, though, because of some paperwork stuff with the DMV, and we won't talk about any of that. We've got some hard feelings about it, but that's okay, because we don't need to dwell on the bad stuff. We're going to talk about only good stuff on this channel. So, John, what is your favorite car?
Okay, I had to think about this recently, so I've got it tied to two. Audi RS6 and the Bel Air Nomads.
They only have the RS6 in the United States, John. That would be...
No.
And so when you say a Bel Air Nomad, you're talking about the old wagon, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a specific year that you like?
All of them. They are all beautiful.
So I like the Tri-5s, which are the 55, 56, and 57. The 57 is the one with the big wing on the back. Probably the most Americana. Sorry, I took my hands off the wheel. The most Americana of the Tri-5 Chevys. So I'm going to go with that one just because I think it's cool. Although I think 55 Chevys are also really rad. And anything that's a wagon for some reason is way cooler than anything else. So since I've done that question for you, Audrey, you are in the back seat. Pop out, please. Say hello.
Hi.
You can talk a little louder if you want to.
Hi.
Okay, normally she's really super chatty, but apparently when you put her on camera, she's not. So, anyway, Audrey, what is your favorite car?
Mustang.
A Mustang. Yeah, she's 8. That's a very good choice for an 8-year-old. Might not be my first pick, but that's okay because when you're an 8-year-old girl, you like what you like, and she likes Mustangs, and I am not going to knock her for that. So, if you had a Mustang, what colors would it be?
Pink and purple.
I feel like that's totally fitting on a Mustang, actually. I feel like I'm surprised that I don't see more pink and purple Mustangs on the road. We're going to pop on the highway here. I have got a bent rim, so hopefully I won't shake ourselves all over the place. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Also, I just realized I just got on the wrong way to the highway because I'm not thinking about driving, I'm thinking about making videos, which I guess that's the YouTube life. So I'm going to turn around up here and we'll head back in the correct direction. Okay, so another thing car related that we can talk about. John, you've known me for a little while longer due to the fact that you're simply the older sibling. What is a memory that really sticks to you involving cars?
Just with you or in general?
In general.
Because in general, I remember there was one night that we went out to eat, and we were in the blue truck.
Blue truck. We had a 1965 Chevy C10 two-wheel drive long bed.
That was my favorite.
Oh yeah, that was a cool truck. Had a 5-speed manual T5 swap in it, and it was a very revvy 327 V8, which is cool in every way. There's a guy in Kansas City in the Kansas City area who has that now, who's done even more stuff with that truck. But that truck was bad ass. Anyway, wasn't always the most reliable, was it, John?
Nope, that's actually what I was going to say.
I had a feeling that's what you were going to talk about.
We parked it in the car garage, and then we went out, we ate, I think we went to Broadway Brewery.
Yeah, I think so.
And we came back, and it did not start.
Nope, it did not.
And so you sat there for about half an hour trying to fix it, and you couldn't. So you had to call in, get it towed.
I even work in a mechanic shop.
Yep.
Not me. I'm not actually a mechanic, but...
And yet you did not give up on it, and I think that's when I finally realized how much you liked cars.
Yeah, no, I love that truck, and I think my biggest problem with older vehicles is the fact that they are just not reliable in any
Clearly.
way.
That's why you got rid of the last
And
one.
literally, I've had quite a few old cars at this point, and I haven't had one that was totally reliable. I think the most reliable was the green truck, and the only time it really broke down and left us stranded was actually on the way to go trade it for another vehicle. It was like it didn't want to go. But no, I had back in the day when you were, gosh, you were little.
Oh, the shit.
Yeah, I had a
Fast, loud car.
Fast, loud car, exactly. I had a 1971 Chevelle. It was not an actual SS, but it had the SS hood and the SS wheels. It did not have SS badges, so you got to give me some credit for that. But it was a 4-speed car. It had a little bit of a built 350, and it was super fun. But it was kind of a turd, if I'm honest. It had a lot of things that were wrong with it. It didn't have functioning lights, so I had to kind of watch where I was driving it and when I was driving it. But that's one of the things that you get into when you're talking about older vehicles. Is just the fact that everything's not always going to work, and you have to be kind of particular as to the things that you want to work and the things that you don't really care if they work. Unless you're talking about like a really expensive show car or something along those lines, which I've never had the means to afford because I'm just a regular dude. But yeah, so old cars. I kind of got off on a tangent there because I have kind of a love-hate relationship with old cars. But Audrey, what is a car-related story that you can remember from your life?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't tell me to go faster when I'm driving around in my GTI, because you do that.
That one time when I kept on saying, and I keep on saying, go faster.
Yes, many times we've been in that
And I
situation.
was saying,
She was saying we.
Where most children would be screaming and crying, she was going, wee!
I don't know, most children. There's a lot of kids that are raised by car parents out there that would probably also say we when their dad was going maybe a little too fast around the corner or something along those lines. So we are about a mile from the venue right now. I'm a little stoked about this. What kind of cars are you two looking forward to seeing today? What do you hope will be there? Audrey, what do you hope will be there? Because last time we had a Cars and Coffee event, after it was wrapping up, me and you walked around the parking lot and I told you about all the cars. A Mustang.
Almost guaranteed.
Every time. Okay. John, what kind of cars are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm hoping to see the cool kids.
The cool kids. Now, when we talk about the cool kids, there is a group of guys, and I know one of them, but there's a group of guys that kind of roll together. There's a guy with a Ferrari 458, a Viper, and a really nice Z06 looking Corvette. They like to roll together. I think there's a couple other guys that roll with them. Oh, a guy with a red Audi S4, I believe, the 3.0 liter supercharged that they call a 3.0T. Anyway, all awesome cars, super nice guys. But yeah, we call them the cool kids because, man, the cool kids roll together, and when they roll into a meet, there's a lot of coolness rolling in. So I think Audrey has questions. Oh, okay.
I saw the airplane.
Okay. Anyway, so you're hoping to see the cool kids, but we're actually, Cars and Coffee is getting some people from not just Columbia. People that aren't local are starting to show up to some of these meets. I believe last time the Porsche Club was there. But is there any other type of car that you're necessarily, you wouldn't want to see a Nomad even though it's your favorite car? Or?
Oh yeah, if there's Nomads there, I'm geeking out.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of open to see some classic cars. I really like to look at classic European cars. because classic European cars to me are kind of like the embodiment of like my whole car experience as far as my adult life, because I've been basically into old cars for a really long time. Had my little stint with Japanese cars, which, don't get me wrong, I think Japanese cars are super cool, but also now I've been into European cars. Obviously I've had 3 Volkswagens now. This is my second Volkswagen GTI, and I think that looking at older cars that are European is actually really freaking cool. So we are rolling in here right now. I am running late because that is how I roll, and hopefully we'll see some cool cars here. This is going to be a little bit of a smaller meet, I believe, but we are going to meet up with the guys setting up right now, and hopefully I'll get some good footage of some cool cars. And I'm already seeing a Porsche, which is what I like, so we'll see you later. Alright guys, I am here. It is still early, not a lot of cars are showing up, but I wanted to kind of capture the mood as cars kind of pull in here. Just had a nice sick Camaro roll in, which I'll get some footage of. Got Craig with Cars and Coffee St. Louis here. He's got his Hellcat. There's my daughter wearing my coat because I forgot to bring an actual coat for her, so I'm freezing my butt off, but at least she's warm. So supercharged Hellcat there, my GTI, and a bunch more cars I'm sure are going to show up. Ooh, that Porsche. That Porsche. We are getting ready to leave the Cars and Coffee here. It was kind of a intimate gathering, not a whole lot of cars this time, but you know, it's still growing, so I think in the future we will see more and more cars show up to this. The cars that were here were all pretty good, high quality. So anyway, we are leaving. We got to go do some church stuff, and you know, later on this afternoon we're going to be doing some reviews, which I'm really kind of excited about, because I get to drive some cool cars, some cars that are literally faster than any other car I've ever had my hands on. And people are so nice around here, they're just gonna hand me the keys and let me drive them. So anyway, so have a wonderful day, and it's Earth Day, so I'll make sure and do plenty of burnouts in celebration. So see you later, guys.